Hey guys, YugiTunes here. Today I have a Dragon Link FTK, and this deck is really cool because if you go uninterrupted, you can really go into the FTK and something happens, you get hand trapped, you're missing some way into a combo piece. You can just set up your normal Boral Savage, Buster Lock, Appaloosa board with usually a Hierarchic Seal as well. All you really need is a way into a Rocket, a way into Red MD, and some sort of extender, preferably the Wyvern Burster and Collapse Serpent combo. So we're going to do pretty basic Dragon Link plays in the beginning here, sort of just going to go through the normal combo, except instead of going for the, getting out the tuners like the Buster Whelp for the extra deck lock, we're just going to be searching out a Ravine for Romulus and setting up our board like this. So we really want to be able to summon quite a few Link monsters, including a Hierarchic Seal, preferably not to the extra monster zone in this case. So we're sort of just going to combo off here. We're going to make the quad Boral, summon back our Red MD because we're going to need a level 10. And yeah, we're actually going to, right here, we're going to make the Mini Boral. And this is important because we can tribute it off with Quad Boral to summon back 2 Rockets, and then we can actually tribute a monster to summon this from grave. So if you notice, we're making the Hierarchic Seal, and it's not in the extra monster zone, which looks pretty bad. But the reason that's important is because we're going to tribute the Mini Boral, summon our 2 Rockets, then tribute the Hierarchic Seal using the Mini Boral. And now we get to summon a monster from deck. So we get the Deep Eyes White Dragon, which is a level 10, goes into Gustav, Gustav burns, go into Liebe, and from here we're actually going to make Buster, or not Buster, Rusty Bardiche. And we're going to activate our Tracer. We can go into Darks now, so we don't need to go into any other attributes. So we can summon the Exploder Rocket from deck. Now, something that's really cool here is if Exploder Rocket is targeted, you can actually destroy it and burn for 2,000. So we're going to go into a Dark, target with Bardiche, use its effect, and burn. We're going to go Ravine, discard a card for Gandora, add it back with Safer. We can detach the Galaxy Stealth to summon from hand, and that's game. That's going to burn for the attack of Liebe, which is 4k. We burn 2,000 from Gustav, 2,000 from Exploder Rocket, and that's a pretty easy FTK. So if you actually don't want to go for the FTK, you just want to put up some sort of board, maybe you get hand trapped and you're missing a resource, it's pretty easy to go the normal Dragon Link route. We can set up our Boral Savage, our Buster Lock, an Appaloosa, a Hierarchic Seal, all pretty easily, and in some cases through hand traps. So, well, in many cases through hand traps, but you're not always going to get all 4 of those. Usually it's going to be like 2 or 3 through the hand traps, but most of the time you're going to have the Boral Savage, you're going to have the Buster Lock. So we're going to do like a similar play, but this time we're going to be going into our Phalanx. We opened Dragon Ravine, or I forget if we opened Dragon Ravine, but when you're going for the board with the whole Buster Lock, you sort of want to get out your tuners. You're sort of going to go through the normal combos. You want to be able to get the Halka Fibrax so you can bring out the Destruction Sword. Normal combos here. We're summoning out the DMZ. DMZ is a really crazy card. Props to whoever figured out what this card can do. There's really a lot you can do with it. And yeah, we're sort of just going to combo off here, make our Boral Savage, set up the 2 negates. We're going to get DMZ out again. DMZ is going to equip the Buster Whelp from Grave, and that's going to work as a Buster Lock. We have the Hierarchic Seal, and we have the 3 negate Appaloosa. So, yeah, sort of a little sample of what you can do with this deck. And let's take a look at the list. So, this is pretty standard with a few different cards. So, obviously we have the Red MD, and we have the Deep Eyes White Dragon. So, this is just a level 10 dragon that you can summon without needing to do anything too difficult. These guys are going to go into the Gustav, which goes into the Liebe for the FTK. Another 2 FTK cards we have here, I think the last 2. We have the Exploder Rocket, which is the one that can pop itself when targeted to burn for 2k. And then we have the Gandora, which is going to destroy all monsters on the field, destroying the Liebe and burning for its attack, which is 4k. Pretty standard. We have the 4 Absoluter. You really like having an extra rocket in your hand in this variant of the deck, so Absoluter is pretty nice. And if you need to, you can summon it to extent. We have the Noctivision, really standard. Collapse Serpent, Wyvern Burster, obviously. 3 Safer. And here we have the Red Eyes Retro. So something pretty interesting is if you really need an extra discard or actually another summon to go into the Boral Savage, Retro Dragon is pretty nice. A lot of the time you're going to be summoning Black Metal Dragon more than once, or maybe even equipping it with the DMZ. And, you know, you get the search of the Metal Dragon, obviously, but it's really nice to go into the Retro, so if you need a discard, we have Retro that we can search off of this second time it's into Grave. But something that not a lot of people realize is when you summon a Link to a Romulus zone, like Striker, LP, Pisty, you can actually summon a dragon from hand. And it can't be used as Link material, but if you summon Retro from hand, you can actually go into Boral Savage with it. Or if you want to, you can go into Galaxy Stealth, probably Boral Savage. And it's sort of just a nice little extender. You can use it to chain block when you're doing a Metal Dragon search, and it's just a really nice card. So we have the 3 Tracer, obviously the 1 Recharger. You can play 2, but I like 1. We have the DMZ for the Buster Lock, 3-card Phantom Knight package. So we have the 2 Traps and the Boots. I'll get more into that later. The Phalanx, obviously, 3 Black Metal, great card. 1 Buster Bolt for the Lock, 1 Boot Sector, 1 Ravine, pretty standard. 2 World Legacy Guard Dragon, 3 is good too, but 2 works for me. I have the 3 Quick Launch, pretty standard, 1 Call By, and 3 Chaos Space. Then we have the 1-for-1, really good. If you are trying to go for FTK and you need to get into Black Metal, you can always summon out the Black Metal Dragon, or Red is Darkness, my bad. You can always summon up the Black Metal. It's also really nice if you were just going for a good opener that you don't need to commit your normal summon to, go Black Metal. 1 Divine Lance, and then we have the 2 Traps. You can play 2 Fogblade. I've currently been playing 1 Fogblade, 1 Brigandine, just because sometimes you need that extra push to go into the Boral Savage, and I like a Boral Savage a little more than a Fogblade. But realistically, I might be playing another Fogblade in the future, because you're not really going to be going into Bardiche unless you're doing an FTK, or you're at a later point in the game when you've already used your Boral Savage. So, yeah, I think another Fogblade can be good. Currently, Brigandine is okay. We have Appaloosa, we have Bardiche for the FTK, and also, once you've used up your normal first turn board cards like the Appaloosa, the Hieratic Seal, and the Boral Savage, it's sort of hard in a normal Dragon Link deck to continue playing, but Bardiche is actually just really nice to keep the game going, and keep yourself in there when it's really grindy. So, we have Hulk, we have Romulus, Quad Boral, which is great for the FTK, and great when you need some extra rockets. We have the Mini Boral FTK card, Hieratic FTK, and an Interruption, really great card. 2 Striker, standard, 1 LP, 1 Pissy, obviously. The Trains, Libe, and Gustav Max, and Galaxy Stealth, as well as Boral Savage. And the side deck is just sort of generic going second cards right now. That's something I'll probably figure out over time. But for now, this is the deck, guys. Thanks for checking it out. See you next time.